So we've got some big plans today. We've got a buddy coming to take some photos of the car, but I wanted to quickly show you guys what exactly the interior looks like, because also in this video we are going to weigh the car. This has been one of my only really kind of secrets that I've had, but I am weighing the car as it is. So we've got the door panel deletes on 3 out of the 4 doors, but we've still got the passenger seat in, we got the Kirky, we've got some of this side stuff, we've got the back stuff in, all the speakers are in. There's nothing in the trunk. The trunk is completely stripped out. So I want you guys to pause this video when I'm done talking here. Go down, write down what you think your estimate is for how much the car weighs right now. We've got the big single exhaust, so a little bit less weight there. We got the 10 through 12 brakes, so a little less weight there. So go down, write your comment, and then once I show you the weight, go back and see how far off you were. And then I guess you guys can kind of critique it on how much it weighs, because I think you're going to be a little surprised. So I didn't film any of that because I've got some photos, and just gave you some sneak peek of the of some of the action we took. But we got the pile of boxes disappearing as we load up stuff in the garage. Definitely still got interior pieces of the vehicle everywhere, but cleared off that shelf. That's nice. But that was my buddy Stan, who lives in Chicago. He also brought me up some parts, some heads in some garbage bags. We just got some used heads. Might be able to put these to use somewhere. I had a white line sway bar back there in the corner that I traded him for this stuff. But this cheeky little guy, he also brought me a broken PTU and said it can handle all the power that the platform can put at it, because you got to be kind of an OG to understand this. But when you paint something blue, that means it's built. So a nice little tongue-in-the-cheek moment. I was so surprised when I opened it up and saw it was blue. I definitely got some belly laughs. So props on him for for the throwback to the platform. I'll just give you guys a quick overview. There was a dude who was like scamming the platform that was talking about all of his built products, and everything that he sold that was quote built was painted blue. So that's the reason for the blue PTU. That's kind of funny. Jeez. So now I will cut to the scales. I didn't film much at the scales. It's a buddy of mine's. He's got a pretty nice shop set up, and he didn't really want me filming very much. But that's fine. I'll show you this real quick. Oh, also, we got this nice Yukon. I don't know if I've never heard of the brand other than the GMC Yukon. But we got a nice Harbor Freight toolbox for the new home. We already loaded it up with the nicest Harbor Freight Pittsburgh stuff. But we've got we got a little bit of everything in here, and every toolbox needs a junk drawer. This is where anything that doesn't fit into the toolbox otherwise goes. You just throw it in the junk box. But let's cut over to my buddy's shop. It's just some quick clips of the car on scales, and then an overall weight for you guys. FYI on your guesses, these cars weigh like 4,300 to 4,500 stock, full interior. So don't expect the world on this, but considering it's still got half the interior in it and a few other things, I think we're doing all right. All right, guys, so it is the time to unveil the weight. We've just got this thing on 4 scales. And here's what she weighs in at, 39.72. Got a kind of nice left-right split, but that'll change once I'm in there. Sub 4,000 pounds, not bad. So 39.72. The seat is like 60 pounds. The dash stuff, all that's probably another 50 pounds. We've got all of the speakers still that can come out. All of the speakers. The carpet, there's 3 pieces. There's that piece, there's a front piece, and then another front piece. We've got all that. I guess I should mention here. I'll even sit in the passenger seat. The car. Let's see here. She's got a full tank of fuel. So you might take that into consideration of why I'm actually kind of excited for it to be, you know, under 4,000 pounds, because we've got a full tank of fuel. It's a 19-gallon tank. Got to hook up this battery charger because apparently the battery sitting for a few days without being started is not happy being that little Braille 21-pound. Yeah, we've got that 21-pound battery in here, so we've got a good little bit of weight out of that. I think it's 20-pound difference over the OEM one. But unfortunately, when the car sits for a few days, the battery kind of dies out. But part of the game you play. But this thing is really nice, this NOCO charger. I know I mentioned that in a previous video. But $39.72. We've got easily another 300 pounds out of the car that can come out. It's really one of my only secrets, because for the longest time I had the platform record with the stock size turbos, just with the car being tin canned. And doing that, I really just wanted to show how far the platform could really go, how untapped it was. Because frankly, for this car to be at a stagnant, 11.5 for so many years, when I was able to run a low 11 on the stock turbos with a 50 shot. I will say that I had a nitrous kit on here at one point. Obviously, as you can tell, it's taken off the car now. But to be able to run an 11.0 stock turbo size 50 shot with a tin canned car, we got a lot to go for the guys who actually make a good amount of power. I made 456 all-wheel horsepower plus the 50 shot. That should put me about a 500 all-wheel horsepower, give or take a little bit. But we got plenty to go, and a lot to come on this built motor. Man, we've got a lot of kinks, and I haven't been able to drive it lately because we've been moving, and that's definitely causing a little bit of a trouble in the tuning process, because I don't even think I've started the car in 3 or 4 days. I mean, we drove it to go get some gasoline the other day, got a new full fresh tank of E30, and just slowly coming along. And I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but my drag pack here has been kind of stopped. Unfortunately, my 28 by 10.5 slicks were put on back order until 2022. So if you guys see any 28s or got some recommendations as far as a tire goes, a slick or radial, I'm kind of open to both. Definitely shoot me a recommendation down below. I know everything is on back order, basically everything. So these are just going to get moved over to the new place, and I guess we're just going to have to rock these all seasons for the time being, because if I can't get the tires, I can't mount up the drag pack. So I don't know how efficient my quarter mile times will be on all seasons, but I'll give it my all. And we are hopefully going to build the transmission soon. There's been a lot of new parts coming out as far as transmission goes. They've got some clutches in the works. But I also haven't been driving the car because I was testing this Explorer Sport transmount. I never really told anybody about this, but I didn't really keep it a secret either, because you can see it in the background of the videos. But unfortunately, this, I think, is causing an issue with some vibrations I'm having, because I think the height is a little different. There was somebody who pointed out the axle problem I had. They had the same problem with this exact same mount in their SHO. So this Explorer Sport mount probably doesn't work with it, despite bolting up. I think it tweaks it just enough, because if you actually look at my trans mounts down there, it's actually, instead of like this, it's slightly tweaked, and I think it's causing some abnormal wear, which is really unfortunate. But we've got the car, full tank of fuel, half interior, sub 4,000 pounds. I have mentioned before my overall goal weight is 3,500 pounds for the car. In complete stripped out drag strip mode, that'll help the trans, that'll help the PTU, that'll help the rear differential. It makes the car able to put down the power a lot more effectively without causing as much strain, because lugging around an extra 1,000 pounds, it's rough, man. It really is. But anyways, I will quit blabbing here. Just a quick little update for you guys and a weight addition to the video. I've always kind of kept that as a little bit of a secret, just so people didn't really know how far they needed to go. But, you know, honestly, I'm more about improving the platform where I can, and I'm not really competitive anymore. I just want a 10.9. That would be the current record. But honestly, other than that, anything more is just great. I really hope that Andrew is able to beat whatever time I can put down, if I beat it. That's if I beat it. But really, a 10.9, that's my personal goal for the car, and I don't have a ton of plans after that. Realistically, with an 1108 with 500 all-wheel horsepower, I think with another 150 all-wheel horsepower, a 10.9 is not asking for too much. But right now, the car is probably making 500-ish all-wheel as we work out these tuning kinks. But it's 90 degrees out. I took out the AC. That's the AC condenser radiator. And quite frankly, I'm not too excited about sitting in this black car in the sun, sweating my butt off. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. I've been trying to knock out at least one video a week that isn't, you know, a bunch of filler and spam. So bear with me here with the weekly uploads. I'd love to upload more, but unfortunately I don't have the content to do so. So with that, I will see you guys probably next week.